Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Wednesday, July 3rd, 2024. Let's find out what's going on the Forex economic calendar today. Overnight data were in form of the Japanese Tankan index release. Tankan, big manufacturing, all industry couples, and the non-manufacturing index. All of this data were published overnight. Most likely this data were slightly worse than expected. Building approvals and the retail sales data from the Australia beats the expectations. Building approvals goes from 1.9% to 5.5%, and the retail sales goes from 0.1% to 0.3%. Chinese services PMI are worse than expected. They are down from 54 to 51.2 points, which is worse than the forecast of 53.4%. We are still waiting for the data from the Eurozone services PMI, composite PMI, and services PMI from the Eurozone. All of this data will be released between 9 and 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock we have the Eurozone composite PMI and the services PMI waiting for a release. Market participants expect a drop both in composite and services PMI. 30 minutes later we got the data release from the UK composite PMI and services PMI will be released as well. 12:30 we got the ECB lane to give a speech, and then 30 minutes later we got the FOMC member Williams to give a speech as well. ADP Nonfarm employment change will be published as usual 2:15. The market participants expect that increase from 152,000 to 163,000 jobs. US trade balance is scheduled for this at 2:30, together with the Canadian trade balance, and the initial jobless claims will be released at 2:30. The market participants expect the initial jobless claims to increase 1,000 from the previous reading. S&P Global Composite PMI data and S&P Global Services PMI data from the US is scheduled for this at 2:15. 15 minutes later we got the factory orders and the ISM non-manufacturing PMI data. The non-manufacturing PMI data from the US is expected to decrease from 53 points to 52.6. 15 minutes later we got the ECB President Christine Lagarde to give a speech. And then we got the release of the crude oil inventories 4:30. FOMC meeting minutes is scheduled for release at 8 o'clock, and that's the last important event of today. So very busy London session, and even more busier New York session. So very active day ahead, all of the traders. So because we got the data from the Japan, let's find out what's going on the Japanese yen, of course. But first let's just find out the major pair, which is of course the euro dollar. So the euro dollar bounced a little bit above the upper wedge line. As you can see, this is the 4-hour chart. Let me just switch to the there you go, to the 4-hour chart. We've made the low at where the 50 periods moving average is, somewhere around the level of 1.0712, and then the market jumped higher. So we still can see that this particular scenario should be in play. However, there is too much of the important data releases today that might eventually just clutter this view later during the day. So the general situation here is that we've been rejected from the upper trend line. We've been rejected from the wedge trend line. Right now we just trade above the 100 periods moving average on a 4-hour chart with the positive momentum, waiting for another scenario to unfold. Please notice that the pressure to the downside is still strong. US dollar to the Japanese yen, after the Japanese data, is doing the new swing highs. The new swing high was made at 161.95, so our target of 162 was almost hit. Momentum is extremely overbought, but as you can see, we go up and down from the level of 60 towards the level of 70 and 75. So it means this market keeps trending strongly. If we switch to the daily time frame chart, we are still trading inside of this channel, as you can see, above the 50 periods moving average, above the recent swing high before the Bank of Japan intervention. Despite the extremely overbought conditions on a daily time frame chart, the outlook still remains bullish on the US dollar to the Japanese yen. Next target 162, 163, 164. So nothing changes here. Because we got some data from the UK, let's find out what is the British pound doing. So this is the British pound for our chart. We got a straight on some sort of the zone to be marked here. For example, we got this technical support that was tested plenty of times these days. We can see that this is the 1.2614 level, and that used to be another technical support. So let's just mark this very narrow zone, and this zone is located, as you can see, somewhere in between 1.2631 1.2615. 1 to 3 test of the zone might suggest that the technical support is strong, and we should wait for another rebound to the upside. Nevertheless, the upper zone is still, the upper range of the zone is still limited, as the level of 1.27 is now the major obstacle, and this is the technical resistance. If we manage to spot some levels, we can see that according to the newest data, this is the zone for the British pound. Right now we got the upper zone limited from 1.27, 1.2711, despite the fact that the market is trading above 150 periods moving average. First we need to break above this level in order to go a little bit higher, like 1.2739, and then hit this level as a technical resistance. So the overall situation is basically right now trendless, as we are still trading inside of the range. Only a sustained breakout out of the range might change the outlook to more bullish or bearish. There is no immediate direction for the British pound these days. The other market that we would like to take a look at is, of course, the market of the gold, ahead of the data from the US economy. The gold market, as you can see, went out of the channel, now is trading, made a new low. Bears were just about to hit the 2286 level, which is the major technical support. We went up, tested the lower channel line, and since then we've been consolidating. We've been consolidating in a narrow zone located between 2317, 2339, and we are waiting for another breakout either to the upside or to the downside. So let me just extend the channel, and as we wait for a breakout, maybe the data will bring some news that will establish some sort of the direction on the short-term time frame of gold. And last but not least, let's take a look at the Bitcoin. After completing the ABC correction to the upside, just as anticipated, the local high was made at the level of 63,801, and since then we are moving lower, and these days we are back below the black trend line here, and the ABC correction has been completed. So now the next target for the bears is 59,941 and 58,476. The outlook remains bearish. We went directly down from the extremely overbought conditions through the level of 50, and now we are testing the level of 57 points on the RSI. The outlook remains bearish. Targets are, of course, on the chart. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.